Today, on the Tim Marner podcast show, I've got Mike Berger, police sergeant, sergeant of police.
Detective Sergeant.
Holy shit. How did you get to that?
19 years of hard work.
19 years of hard work?
19 years of hard work.
How did you start off?
I started off in 2005.
Yeah.
In fact, before that, I was an IT specialist. I left school with nothing really, and went into IT. It was easy, and I did that for about 5 or 6 years, and I just, can I swear?
You do if you want.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I just bullshitted my way through IT. Didn't even know what I was doing, and built quite a good, built good experience, and I was doing well. But then I saw an advert on TV. No, this is no joke.
What, we want you?
Yeah, it was. I think it was John Barnes, the footballer, the ex-footballer, and he did an advert about all the things that happen in the police, and he said, "Could you do that?"
John Barnes said that to you?
Yeah, he didn't say it to me. He said it in the TV, but I was watching it at the time when we used to watch adverts.
Did you resonate with John Barnes?
I did, yeah.
Why?
Because I thought to myself, I could do that. And I remember telling my mum when I was younger, mum and dad, and I said to them, I think I want to join the police when I'm older. You know what they said? And I hope they don't listen to this. They said, it's not a job for a Jewish boy. That's what they said. And
Straight shot you down straight off?
Shot me down straight off.
They weren't joking either, they were being straight?
No, they were being straight because I think it's an older generation thing where, you look at, obviously I'm Jewish.
Got that, Mike.
Yeah, got that from that last comment.
Yeah.
And they sort of like look at it and think, well, you're either a doctor, an accountant, a surveyor, a lawyer, like what Jewish people sort of go into.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that, and I've never been like that. I've never wanted to be like other people.
What were you like at school? What was little Mike like?
I was quite quiet.
Were you?
Yeah, I was really quiet, and I always daydreaming in class. So I wasn't good academically. I was absolutely really crap.
What were you daydreaming about?
Don't know really. Just I don't know. You can't really think that far back. But just daydreaming, thinking about football or thinking about anything in life or the future, going away on holidays and things like that.
So you weren't the class clown?
No, I wasn't the class clown, but I was academically I wasn't good. And that even stems into today's practice. Academically, if I had to do an exam, I'd be really crap at it. Possibly because I'm a bit lazy. When it comes to studying and anything like that, I just can't be bothered. I want to be active, so I want to do things. And I didn't do great at school. And funnily enough, about 2 months ago, I found my old report. It's not even a joke. I found my old report. Like now, because I've got kids now, and the teachers write in the reports, everything's positive, and they're doing this, and they're too scared to say anything negative. Fucking hell! My report card was like, he's not going to do well. He's constantly like daydreaming, talking in class, and he's just not going to do well at all. And at least they were honest about it.
Yeah.
So it was just horrendous. I didn't really like school. Anyway,
at the end of school, what did you want to become?
Well, funnily enough, do you remember that thing that you got? How old are you now? You're 50, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I'm 47 next week. So do you remember the record of achievement?
Yeah.
Right. So I put in there that I want to be an accountant because I wasn't allowed to put anything else like a police officer. I had to be something else, something that earned a lot of money. Something for a Jewish boy.
But that wasn't your thing.
No, it wasn't.
Was someone else.
I just saw an account. To be honest, I wanted to be an astronaut. That's what I wanted to be. I watched a film, Space Camp.
Yeah, love that.
Remember that?
Yeah,
brilliant film.
Brilliant film.
And that would be brilliant. But I was scared of roller coasters, so I'd never be able to go upside down. Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't do that. I'd feel sick. So
is that a big thing?
That was out the window.
Astronaut?
And I wanted to be. I did sort of want to be a doctor.
So astronauts go upside down quite a lot.
Well, I think they do because they spin around on that spinny thing, whatever it's called. Yeah. So I thought, well, I'll be a doctor instead.
Yeah.
Because my dad's a doctor, and I thought but I wasn't good at science.
Right.
So that was never going to happen. I even did work experience in a hospital when I was 15 or 16. And I'll never forget the the surgeon was doing a back operation, and he scrubbed me up and everything.
Well, he let you in at 16?
16, let me in, and he was doing a spinal operation, and he let me put my finger in the... No, I swear my life. I swear my life.
You can't do that.
Well, you could back then, because data protection, all that's not even in existence.
16-year-old kids just pushing a guy's spine.
I did. I put my finger in his back, and I felt his disc.
What were your thoughts? How were you feeling?
Didn't bother me. It's just like putting my finger into a hole with a piece of something in there. Anyway, I did that. Yeah. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I was not good at science, so I was never going to go in to be a doctor. Yeah. So that was that out the window.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of all these different things to do. So when I left school, I went to work for NatWest Bank in Cheetham Hill. I was a cashier. I wasn't great at that either. My boss bullied me. He was a bit of a dick, to be honest. I'll never forget him. You always remember when you first start off, you always got people above you that, you know, that treat you like shit, because they're in that sort of like, they've got that power, haven't they? So I did that for a couple of years, and then I went to IT. Then I saw John Barnes. John Barnes says, come in. So I think I was about 26 when I applied. John Barnes. Definitely was John Barnes.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people back then would have seen that John Barnes advert. So I just looked at it and I thought, yeah, I'll apply. So I applied, different processes to get in. And there was a lot of budgetary problems at the time. So although I passed everything, I had to wait 2 years. So I didn't get in till I was 28.
Wow.
So yeah, so I joined at 28. I thought, and then my parents weren't happy. They weren't, and I could tell. You know, they were scared, really.
About what?
Well, safety, my safety. You know, they only see what they see on TV. Anyway, I got...
But was there a side that they were like, or telling other people that were they embarrassed that my son's a policeman?
No, nothing like that. I think it was more a case of my safety, nervousness, that kind of thing. But it changed. So you get sworn in when you're in the police. It's called an attestation. So it's where you basically get your warrant card and everything. And they said to me, my mum came up to me and says, I couldn't be more prouder.
Wow.
So that changed it. And they're the proudest people ever that I'm a police officer. Really, really proud, and always have been. So whatever happened back then, you just have to sort of... They reflected and probably thought, you know what? It's good. If it's good for him, that's all that matters. And he looks really smart in that uniform. So I did that. So as I travelled through my career, different areas of policing, became a detective, worked in major incident teams, and then some strange thing happened in about 2018, and I left.
What? I
left the police.
What happened?
So what happened was really, really strange. I don't know if I believe in coincidences, but I was at a dinner that we basically, me and a few other police officers put on a dinner at the Lancashire Cricket Club to raise money for the victims of the arena. And we had hundreds and hundreds of people there. And I was in the lift at the time. Honestly, you couldn't write this. I was in the lift, and some guy in the lift, he was absolutely steaming. He was pissed out of his face, and he looks at the lift. He says, "Oh, look at this lift. It's made by Schindler, because there's a make of a lift called Schindler." He says it's like being in a gas chamber. Ugh. I mean, regardless of me being Jewish, I lost it. Yeah. Absolutely lost it. And to cut a very long story short, he was part of a table that was a big sponsor of the event. And the boss of that company rang me up to apologise sincerely. We spent about 3 hours on the phone speaking to each other, and he offered me a job working for his company in Warrington. Yeah. So I said to him, yeah, I'll come and speak to you. So I went to speak to him, and I said, I can only leave the police for this much amount of money because I get a really good pension at the end of it. He said, I'll give you 50 grand. And then in 3 months' time, I'll give you 60 grand after you've passed your things, whatever. So it was like a company where you basically, it was managing people and writing contracts for small businesses to get on like government mainframes. That's what it was. So I left the police. Everyone was in shock. Everyone was in shock. Parents, everyone. But I made the decision because, well, I needed more money, really. You know, the police can only pay so much, and And I was at a time when I just thought this might be a good change of career, something to benefit.
How old were you then?
Hold on, I have to count now. 1977 I was born, 2018, so that's 41.
Wow.
Ish, yeah.
Big move, that, mate.
Big move. Losing my pension, going into a different role. Never been really outside the police in 15 or so years, and it was a big move. So I went to manage these people, and I was doing really well, but I noticed over time some things that were quite worrying, where the boss of this company was horrible to people, horrible to management. And I thought, well, he's not going to be like that to me because I've just come here. But after a month, he was horrendous.
Like what?
Like just treated me spoke to me like shit.
Right.
And just so many different things. Having a go at me publicly in front of other managers. I'm new at this. I've come from a world where, with strict routines, strict rules and things like that. And he was just nasty, constantly nasty. And I said to Gemma, my wife, I said, I've made a mistake. I've made a big mistake.
How long was that? How far was that?
That was 3 months in.
Wow.
And I rang my old boss at work, and I said, I think I need to come. Well, what I did was I looked for other jobs that could pay that amount of money. But when you're in the police force for so long, you've got you've got a lot of skills, hell of a lot of skills. But to transfer them, you don't actually know what you could transfer them into. I could probably do a million things. I could probably run companies. I could probably do that, but I don't know because I've been in a position for a long time where I've interviewed people, I've investigated serious crimes and things like that. So you try to think, how can you transfer that into a different world? And I went to speak to this boss, and I said to him, look, you're not treating me like shit here, and I'm 3 months in, and it's not going well. And I said, you need to change the way you speak to me. And you know what he said to me? He said, I speak to my wife like shit, I'll speak to you like shit.
No, he didn't.
I swear on my life, that's what he said to me. I swear on my life. And I'm not naming the company, I'm not naming anything, because that could obviously cause issues. But it was horrendous. It made me ill, because I'd literally fucked up the biggest move ever. And while many people leave the police and go into things and be successful, I'd obviously fallen by the wayside, and I was just, I was in the wrong place. Everything just went wrong, and it was a really bad time. So I rang my old boss and I said, I need to come back, and they accepted me back. And it was hard because I had my tail between my legs, and everyone was saying to me at work, back in the police, what are you doing back here? Grass isn't greener on the other side. That's what I learned. Grass is not greener. But it probably is. I just found myself in a shit position. And had I known, had I done the research and everything, and detective, I should have done the research. But he came across really nice on the phone and really inviting. But
narcissistic tendencies.
That is the word. That is the word I would definitely use.
So is that the lesson you learned from that then? The grass isn't greener?
The grass isn't greener, but I think in my case, it was just a case of bad luck. I bet the grass could be greener. If I found, I would, if the right thing came along now in my life at 40, nearly 47, because I have to retire at 60. If something came along that was, inviting, and I did my research and the money was good, because at the end of the day I've got a family and I've got to do what I can to support them, then I would definitely look at moving. I would.
Have you ever thought about doing an open mic, Mike?
What, is there a phrase for that, a mic?
No, but I like it, don't you?
I'd like it.
I feel like it's already there for you. They've already coined it for you. Have you ever thought about doing an open mic?
I've never thought about it. But the thing is, when you say an open mic, do you mean
comedy?
A comedy?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Why are you so surprised?
I'm not a comedian.
Do you not think so?
I know that people say
find you funny.
Find me funny, but I don't give out jokes. I don't say, why did the chicken cross the road? That's not going to make someone laugh.
But that's one side of comedy. The other one is like more anecdotal, where you're telling stories. When you're telling stories, you find them very funny.
And I have got good stories, but it's just life experience.
Yeah.
And it's true life experience, and nothing's made up.
You've never thought about doing an open mic?
Never.
No one's ever said to you, have you thought about doing an open mic, Mike?
You're the first person that said, have you thought about doing an open mic, Mike?
Really?
Yeah, because you've used Mike in the same sentence. No, they haven't. But there's something in my mind at the moment. The reason why I'm pausing in a way, because I think I saw, it might have been because I saw an advert at the, I think it was the Frog and Bucket, about an open mic night. But I'd be too nervous. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't even know what to do.
You should tell a couple of your stories, see how they go down.
Yeah.
See how you feel afterwards.
I could tell them about my the mango story. She's probably listening now.
Yeah, go on.
Have I told you about the mango story?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. You tell a lot of stories, man.
I do tell a lot of stories.
Tell me about the mango.
The mango story was probably one of the best stories I've ever had. I was on a Jewish dating website. So they have
I've definitely not heard this.
Oh,
what do you mean, a Jewish website?
Well, because like in the Jewish religion...
What's it called, this app?
It was called J-Date. That's what it was called then. I think it's called J-Swipe now. I don't even know what that is.
J-Swipe?
J-Swipe.
You rebranded it from J-Date to J-Swipe?
I'm sure it is. But I've not been on it for years. Obviously not, because I'm married.
Obviously.
I definitely haven't, if you're listening, Gemma. I haven't been on it. And you want to find Jewish people. In fact, I went on a date with this girl.
Not for friends, for like romantic intimacy.
Yeah, all my friends were married and I'm single, and you can't go out clubbing and all that because your friends are married, so what are you going to do? Just be a single person, go to a club on your own? It's just a bit weird. So I went on J-Dates, and I remember before the mango story, I'll just quickly tell you, I went on this date with this girl, really nice girl. Can I tell you her name?
Yeah, you'd want to, yeah.
Yeah. She's called Golda. So it's a proper... What? Golda.
Golda?
Yeah, proper Jewish name, that.
Is it?
Yeah, proper Jewish name.
A first name?
First name, proper Jewish name. And we got on like a house on fire. We got on really well. And about 4 or 5 months into the relationship, she said, I just want to tell you I'm not Jewish. What? Yeah, my grandpa's Jewish. So in the Jewish... line.
So she's been leading you to say that I am Jewish?
Yes.
It's not about age or anything.
No.
She'd lied about being Jewish.
She lied about being Jewish.
But she's on a Jewish dating site.
On a Jewish dating site. Her grandpa's Jewish, but the line of being Jewish falls from the mother's side. So if my mum's Jewish and my dad isn't, I'm Jewish because my mum's Jewish.
Why would you lie about that?
I don't know. Anyway, because I was naive and in love, whatever that means.
How long have you been going with her for?
What's that?
How long have you been seeing her for?
About 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Love, I don't know. So we said we'd sort it out, and I tried to get her converted to being Jewish, and it just didn't work out.
What do you mean by that?
You can convert. You can convert to be. There's 2 levels of being Jewish. There's reform, which takes like 1.5 years. So reform came in like, don't quote me on this, anyone listening, I'm sure you can look at it on Wikipedia, I think it was like the 1700s. But then there's Orthodox, and Orthodox is from like thousands of years ago. I'm Orthodox. I'm not like the ultra-Orthodox that you see like in like Broughton Park or in Salford or anything like that, but that's my class, modern Orthodox. So to convert to reform, it would take about 1.5 years, but it wasn't my thing, and I'm Orthodox, so I wanted her to convert to Orthodox. So I went to see this guy, and he's like it's called a Beth Din. The Beth Din is like a Jewish courthouse in a way, and they make the food kosher, things like that. But there's a judge. It's like the equivalent. There's a guy called a Dayan. It's a title for a judge. I know, even I didn't know this at the time. So me and Gold had to go and see this Dayan, this judge. This judge says to me, doesn't say to her, says to me, you need to leave the police and you need to go and live with an ultra-Orthodox Jewish family in Broughton Park for 2 years so that you can be committed to the Orthodox community, and then she will then at some stage convert. And I said, not a chance. I am not leaving and who are you to say to leave the police? with his archaic views. Who are you? So anyway, I just, a few months went by and just thought, sod it, this ain't working. So I planned.
So what did you do? How did you end it?
Oh my God, it was the worst. It's like my first proper relationship, and it was the worst thing ever. So I planned. She was in Blackpool seeing her parents, and she'd come out, and she lived with me at the time. Not really meant to live together until you're married in the Jewish community. So I hope the rabbi's not listening.
After 6 months, you moved in with her?
No, yeah, about 6 months she moved in, and then 3 months later, or 4 months later.
You quit you, Mike, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
6 months?
Yeah, 6 months. Anyway, desperate times call for desperate measures. She was coming back from Blackpool, and I thought, well, I'm going to end it tonight. I'm going to end it. She's going to come back, plan in my head, I'm going to end it. I'm going to do it. Anyway, she rings me up and she says, I'm not coming home tonight. I thought, fucking hell. You know when you plan something and it just doesn't go to plan? And I thought, I need to finish this. I need to get on with my life. So I did the worst thing ever.
You didn't text her, did you?
No, I don't think we had phones back then.
All right.
Oh, we did, but we didn't really.
Yeah.
I created an argument on the phone out of nothing. And it was about, she wanted me to study for my exams. She was pushing and pushing me. So she was expecting me to study for my exams, my like promotion exams in the police. She was pushing and pushing. She's going to make me sound like the worst person in the world.
You sound awful, mate.
I sound horrendous.
But
I didn't know how to do it.
I mean, what do you
do? So I created...
You don't create an argument. You just say the truth, don't you? You just say, look, it's not working.
I don't, but I didn't want to say that over the phone. I didn't want to say it like that. Because I didn't know the way. I've never done it.
You created an argument?
Yeah. Anyway...
if you're listening to this, Goldie, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, if you're listening to this, then, well, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, where was I up to then?
You like.
So
right.
she told me. Have you studied this weekend?
Yeah,
have you studied this weekend? I went, no, I haven't. And she had a massive go at me over the phone.
Yeah. Rightly so, because you're not studying.
Because I'm not studying. Because I love being told what to do.
Yeah.
And she said to me, "Do you want to finish with me or something?"
She said that.
She said that to me in the midst of the argument.
So there's
my entrance. I said, "Yes, I do."
Just like that.
Just like that. And the weirdest thing happened. The weirdest thing. So I finished with her, and I said, "When you come back, you just like take your stuff, and I won't be home because I'll be at work." My dad rings me up, and this is the weirdest thing ever. He rings me up and he says to me, "Mike, at some point she's going to call you, and she's going to say to you, 'Do you love me?' Even if you love her, you've got to say to her no, because if you say to her yes, that'll give her a way of getting back in." And I thought, my dad's never said anything like that to me before. So anyway, a couple of days goes by, and I'm stood in the middle of a road on a traffic accident, just standing there because there's like some police taping off.
Doing some detectiveness.
I wasn't detective back then.
Oh, right.
No, that was when I was in uniform.
Right.
Anyway, I get a call, and it's her, it's Golda. And she says to me, "Do you love me?" And I thought, bloody hell. I wanted to ring my dad.
Guess what she did? I'm on the phone right now.
I know, she said it. And I said, no, I don't. I did, but I said no, and that was the last time I ever spoke to her.
So you did?
I think I did. You don't just have feelings that just drop out straight away, do you?
Apparently you're creating arguments.
Well, you know what? I was immature. I was probably it was probably the wrong thing to do, and it was my first ever relationship, really, and or maybe my second, and I wasn't sure how to go about it. Anyway, she lied to me. She told me she was Jewish.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that was,
it was
1-1.
She started it.
1-1. Anyway, funnily enough, the next time I saw her, I did see her. Me and Gemma saw her. We were doing our wedding list in Kendall's, or was it Kendall's? I can't remember where it was. It was Kendall's or something like that. One of them shops, Selfridges maybe. I don't know. She was stood there while we were doing our wedding list. She was stood there, and I just ignored it and I just walked away. Didn't want to engage in any conversation.
Did she see you?
I don't know.
Fucking Golda.
Yeah.
Fucking J-dates. So, after Golda ended...
I went on a date with...
You're back on J-dates again?
Back on J-dates.
Yeah.
Went on a date.
Now J-swipes, just in case anybody's listening.
Yeah, J-swipe. It might be something else now.
Right.
I don't know. So I get I meet this girl, get on really well with her on the phone.
Do you want to say her name or your...
No, you know what, I can't remember her name.
Right.
Can't remember it.
It's not looking good for you, this podcast, Mike, is it?
I know. People are going to throw darts at me. Can you rewind?
No.
Can you...
I wish it was live.
So I go on this date. I take her out for a meal, restaurant, bar and grill, and I pay. Ooh. That's the right thing to do. That's what my mum has always taught me.
Yeah.
You always pay for the first, at least pay, offer to pay. Went really well. So the next date was...
Restaurant, bar and grill.
Restaurant, bar and grill,
Not
yeah.
cheap, that, mate.
Well, I'm single, and I'm
Yeah,
you know.
try. Yeah.
Anyway, the next date, I say, why don't you come to mine? I'll make you...
the second date?
Yeah.
You move fast, you. You don't fuck about, do you?
I'm not very good at this. I didn't...
Do you want to come to mine with a second date?
Is there like a complete idiot's guide to dating? Yeah. Complete idiot's guide to dating. Because if there is, I've missed out that book. So I took her... I said... She lived in Didsbury. I lived in Radcliffe at the time. And I said, well, you come to mine, we'll make you spaghetti bolognese and all that stuff. Nice, bearing in mind, I've never made... I'm a right posh kid. I've never made spaghetti bolognese in my life. Obviously, I have now. I can make brilliant meals now. I can make chilies and Chinese food and Indian. I can make it all. But back then, I had no idea at all.
You're not thinking of ordering in?
No. I wanted to be romantic.
So second date, you've never made spag bol before?
Never made spag bol. Anyway, so I go out to the shop, I buy a load of dolmio sauce
yeah.
and a load of tomatoes and everything. So my fridge is stocked with everything I need. So she comes out. So I said I'll pick you up because she didn't drive at the time. So I went to Didsbury, picked her up and came back. I don't remember the journey for some reason.
Bit
but
of a
anyway,
schlep, that, isn't it?
It is a bit of a schlep.
Not a good start, that.
Really, really long travel. Did I say schlep there?
Schlep, yeah.
Right, okay.
I like the word schlep.
Schlep, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Yiddish.
Mm-mm.
I think
I like it, schlep.
Yeah. Schlep.
Schlep.
Not schlap.
Schlep.
Schlep.
Oh, yeah.
So she comes over and she's got this bag with her. Right, okay. You know, what's in the bag? But I didn't ask her. I didn't want to be like, you know, didn't say like, I just was quite quiet, quite reserved. Come in and say, well, I'm going to make spaghetti bolognese. Anyway, set the table up in the back room. It was only like a...
But there was this bag ominous or something,
it was a white bag and there was stuff inside it, but I couldn't work out what it was. So I thought it might have been a present or something.
A present?
Yeah, like a gift.
On the second day. Fucking on.
Anyway.
You're really in dreamland, you. Go on.
No, this is the honest truth. So I go to make spaghetti bolognese and I said, can you help me with it? She said, yeah, fine. So she says, have you got any tomatoes? I went, oh yeah, I've got loads of tomatoes. So I'm cutting the tomatoes, loads of tomatoes. It's all going in the pan. And I said, there's a lot of tomatoes. She said, well, usually would use dolmio sauce. Oh, I've got dolmio sauce. You should have said. So anyway, I got dolmio sauce out. Spaghetti.
So, let me just recap. You're making bolognese, but when she's come round, you've asked her to make it.
Help me make it.
On your second date.
On my second date, yeah.
Yeah.
So we made it, and I set the table up dead nice. And she said to me, she said, I don't want to sit on the table, like at the table. She says, I want to...
Hello.
No, not even that.
Oh.
God, look at your one-track mind.
Well, your second date, I think that's what I'm thinking. You're thinking.
So she says, I want to go in the living room and watch Pop Idol. Pop Idol? You don't remember Pop Idol, don't you?
Yeah.
Pop Idol. I've set up a table here for dinner.
Did you say that to her?
I did.
In that tone of voice?
Well, I don't remember my tone of voice, but I said, can we sit at the table? I've set it all up nice and then we can go and watch Pop Idol. I don't even know if we had Sky back then or recording. I can't remember. Anyway, so we eat dinner and then we go into the other room. I said to her, what's in the bag? Because I'm wondering throughout the whole dinner, what's in the bag? So I said,
that's all you can think about?
All I could think about was what's in the bag. And that's when things changed.
What was in the bag?
What was in the bag? What do you think's in the bag? I'm
thinking some sort of like dominatrix, like sexy outfit or something.
No. So the first thing she pulls out is a mango.
A fruit mango?
A fruit mango.
Yeah.
She says, it's a present for you. That's the first thing she pulls out.
A mango?
A mango.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, what do you think when you get given a mango?
I'm just like, why have you given me a mango?
And she doesn't know I'm allergic to a lot of fruit at this point.
So she don't know you're allergic to mango?
No, she doesn't know. I
She's
can eat a
not
bit
going
of
to go
mango.
down this, is it?
What's that?
It's not going to go down well, is it?
No, it's not going to go down well.
Yeah.
No. So I didn't tell her. She bought me a mango. I said, oh, okay, thanks. So I just put it in my fridge. She said, I've got something else for you.
Straight lace, she's just like dead straight lace, not oh, there's a joke coming.
No, nothing, dead straight. She pulls out a bottle of wine. I thought,
Hello.
okay, well, we could have had this at dinner. But I didn't say that was in my head at the time.
Yeah.
You should have given that to me before dinner, really.
Yeah.
So I got a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out something else. And this, to me, I mean, the mango's weird, but this is even weirder. She pulls out a frozen apple strudel. So the bag's been sitting there for a couple of hours. It's travelled from Didsbury out of the freezer to here. And I said, what's this for? She said, I thought you could have it in the future for like a dessert or something. I swear on my life.
You can have it in the future.
In the future. So I put it in my freezer. In fact, I can't remember what I even did with it. Anyway, so I go to sit down and watching TV. And I put a film on. And I don't know why I put this film on. I put the jazz singer on. She said she'd never seen it. And I don't know why. I think maybe I must have been talking about it. Yeah. It's a great film. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And we're watching it. And I can see there's something in a bag.
There's something
else in the bag.
Because you saw your reaction to the first present she gave you.
So what's in the bag? What do you think's left in the bag, Tim?
Another mango?
No. She says, I brought my study books in case I get bored later. That's what she said to me, I swear on my life. I've brought my study books in case I get bored later.
She's amazing, isn't she?
I said to her, I think it's time to go home.
No, you didn't say that.
Swear.
That's tight, that.
No, it's not
She's been
tight.
dead honest with you.
What kind of future have I got?
Give me fucking gifts. She brought gifts with her.
Yes, she brought gifts. But do you not think it's a bit strange?
It's weird how she's done it.
Yeah.
Giving you mango first, not putting the wine at thing.
The wine.
There's red flags, mate.
There's red flags in case I get bored. What's she going to do? Just while I'm watching the jazz singer, go through her law books to make sure that she doesn't miss anything for Monday's class? And I just said to her, I think it's time to go home.
How have you become a detective?
No, let's just...
How?
No, how? Life experience. Life experience. I said to her, I'll take... She said, I'll take you home. She said, no, I'll get a taxi. And I thought, you're not getting a taxi back to Didsbury. I'm not a dick. I said to her, I'll take you home. So I took her home.
I'm glad you said that, because it would have come off really bad if you said
it would have been. I just took her home, peck on the cheek, and then that was the last time I saw her.
Fucking J-dates.
Yeah. And that's how I met Gemma, my wife.
Should we talk about this one?
Have you got time?
Go.
So
J-dates again.
J-date again. Yeah. I was on J-date and...
Sorry, Gemma, but go on.
No, she knows the story.
But does anybody else know the story?
Well, local people do.
Okay.
Friends.
Let's share it so people that don't know us.
So, go on the profile. Go on this profile. It doesn't have a picture.
No picture?
No picture.
So she's basically there just stalking people?
Basically, I mean, I've exhausted all pictures, and some people don't put profile pictures on, but it's sometimes important to read the content of that profile, because you can.
Yeah, you're not just going off looks.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wanted to see what the person was like.
Like it, you're pulling yourself right back around in this now.
Go
on, yeah.
Wanted to see what she's like, so I look at it and I thought, oh, you know what?
What did it read? What did it say?
I can't remember. Whatever it read, it
sparked your interest.
It sparked my interest.
She was talking about hobbies, a lifestyle, what she's into.
I can't remember. I knew she was 23 and I was 30. I know it's 7 years.
Right, so that's basically what you read.
Yeah, but my mum and dad are 7 years apart.
Right, okay.
So I thought 7 years is fine.
Yeah.
So I messaged her and she said to me, she says,
what did you say?
Oh, I can't. Hello?
That was it. That's Mike's opening line.
Well, I can't remember. My memory is really poor. Surely, you can't remember everything.
Not everything, but I'm just thinking about your wife. I'm thinking maybe you remember that.
I didn't know she was going to be my wife at that first message.
Yeah, that's true.
So I said hello.
I don't know you.
I chatted to her. I was chatting to her. She was dead. We were getting on.
Do you want to move in with me?
Well, anyway, she was. She said, I've only come on here to close my profile down because she'd been in a.
All right, Gemma. All right. Yeah.
Well, that's what she said. She said, I'm here to close my profile down because she was in a previous relationship. She'd come out that relationship and she was back at her mum's and she'd gone online dial up. Remember dial up?
Yeah.
So she was just looking and she was just there to look at it and delete it. To be honest, I've never even explored it with her even further. Anyway, we got chatting. And it was literally about 7 days later that I went on a first date with her.
What did you do? Where'd you go?
Well, I picked her up and I was so nervous. And I was driving.
So you didn't know what she looked like?
No, I'd obviously got a picture at some point. I must have got a picture in that week. I can't remember. I must have done.
How?
Well, I probably would have asked it an email. I don't remember. You'll have to ask her one day because I can't remember.
Okay.
So I pick her up from a house, from a flat, in my Honda Civic. And I swear on my life, I was so nervous. And the first thing I said to her...
Oh no, it's not going to look good for you again, is it? Go on.
I've got 17 buttons on my steering wheel. Because I had 17 buttons. Because I counted, while I was waiting for her, I counted how many buttons I had on my steering wheel.
What did she say?
She just laughed. She went, okay.
That's a good start.
Yeah. We went for a pizza. It wasn't the best meal, but we got on really well. And a few dates in, I remember saying to her, I think it was the fourth date, I said, I had a dream last night that we got married. She said, do you not think...
I think shut up laughing as well. He's fucking off again. Somebody stop him. Fucking stop him.
The thing is, with me, Tim, I'm honest.
I know that's true.
I'm too honest.
So this time you've had one date and then you tell her about a dream.
I still remember that dream that we got married. And she said, do you not think it's a bit too soon to be telling me that?
Yeah.
And I went, well, yeah, but it happened.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you my dream. Anyway,
would you say you come off quite keen, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I was interested in her. There was a lot I was interested in about, just all different things. I can't tell you now, but I can't bloody remember. Lovely hair.
Fucking hell, mate. Oh.
Anyway, so that was in the January. We went on a dates in the January.
Yeah.
And then in about...
So she wasn't... Oh, obviously she weren't scared off by the dream thing.
No, she
wasn't. It didn't
wasn't.
set you back at all?
No, not at all. And she had really good friends, Jilly.
Yeah.
And we got on really well. I think her friends like me. I think
they still do.
Still do, possibly.
Yeah.
And we went. I think it was about September. October. It's about October. I thought we were planning to go away to New York in November on holiday, our first holiday together. And I thought, I want to propose to her. I want to marry her.
How long was that in?
So this was January when I first started dating her, and in September, October, I thought I want to marry her. So I thought I'm going to propose to her in November.
You're all right with this, like you're just going to put yourself out there, don't you?
I just knew
if you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt.
I just knew she was the one. I knew she'd say yes.
What do you mean?
I just knew it because we had such a good we had such a good connection. I just knew it. You don't need to look into anything.
Yeah, but Golda thought the same thing as well.
Yeah, she did. Don't know what to say, really.
I don't either.
Anyway, I just knew it.
Yeah.
So it got to... I planned it all. I went on the internet and I looked. I thought, I'm going to propose to her in Central Park. Yeah. I found this really beautiful, canopy. It's in this location. I thought, perfect. That's where I'm going to go. I didn't buy a ring because I know... Because if anyone knows me, I can't pick out nice rings or nice jewellery. I'm shit at doing that. Just shit. Always have been. Mm-hmm. So I thought, we'll go to the Diamond District. After she says yes, we'll go to the Diamond District in New York and she can pick out a ring. That was the plan. So get to New York. Mm-hmm. Oh, but before that, I've asked her mum for permission.
Do you have to do that, do you?
No,
or is that just out of respect?
That was just out of respect.
Yeah.
I thought that's what people do, isn't it?
I don't know.
Ask the mums. I'm sure they do. Ask the parents, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage or
I think it was
son's hand
like
in
the
marriage,
16th century or something, but...
I don't know. Maybe you need to do a poll on your podcast
Let's
one
do
day.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the right thing to do. Anyway, so go to New York, get off the plane. We literally go straight, and I'm like shaking here because I know it's going to happen.
All you can think about is that.
All I can think about, and obviously it's the first time I've ever been to New York, and bloody hell, it takes a long time to walk to places. Didn't realise where our hotel was.
So you're
to
quiet a
Central
lot of the
Park.
time. She's asking you what's up with you.
We're both tired from
Right,
being
okay.
on the flight. So we're walking into Central Park, and that area where that canopy was is closed off because of the bloody New York Marathon was the next day. And I thought, shit. What the hell am I going to do now? Where am I going to find a place to propose? I mean, it's Central Park, it's a lovely area, but where am I? I need to plan. That's me, I have to plan. I don't do, like, spur of the moment things.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous, good word. So we...
It's not mine, but yeah, I like
it's
it.
a good
It's
word.
a good word.
So we're walking around. She said, I'm really tired. Can we go back to the hotel? Because it's like 4 PM, but it's really like 10 o'clock at night or something.
What are you thinking?
And I said, no, let's just walk a little bit. You know what? And then I saw this hill. And it's called Cedar Hill. That was the sign on the post, Cedar Hill. So let's go and sit up on the top of that hill. Anyway, we're sitting there. And this bloody guy sits behind me, smoking a big joint. And it absolutely stinks. I thought, this is never going to happen. So I said, look, let's, you know what? And I made this bullshit story up to get her to, because we're sat down, and I propose I need to be on my knee, she needs to be stood up. How am I going to do that? And it's easy for most people when you think about it, but for me it's not, because I need to plan it. So I saw this weird bird in a tree. It was weird, it was like flickering, it was weird. And I said to Gemma, I said, what's that in the tree there? She said, I can't see it. I said, no, look. So she stands up, and I get on my knees. She turns around and I'm on my knees. And I said, will you marry me? And she said, yes. Brilliant.
That is brilliant.
And I told everyone in New York that day that I proposed to her. Everyone. I didn't care. Taxi driver, the guy who serves hot dogs, no one gave a shit. But I did. I was the happiest man ever. It was best moment. Best moment. But not everything goes to plan, does it?
But you got to be all right with that, haven't you?
Yeah.
The most beautiful things come out of stuff that's not planned.
They do. And we've got, how many years we've been married? So that was 2000. So we got married. Here we go. So we got engaged in the November and we were married by August.
You don't fuck about, you do.
Don't fuck about. Not at all. The thing is, if you're gonna propose to someone and you want marriage, then why wait? Yes, everything's got to be planned.
You know what I like about you the most, Mike? And I was thinking about it. It's like, you're just so honest, mate, and you just wear your heart on your sleeve. You just know what you're getting from you. I'm not saying boring, but I'm just like, I like being with you, if that, mate. You know, without sounding too gay.
With you or with
No,
you?
just with you.
Oh, with you.
Yeah, I like being around you. Because you've got such beautiful energy,
That's
mate.
very kind of you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I just think you've got to be... Yeah, I'll never make it as a salesman. But you've got to be... Just be honest. Just be honest. You know, just say it how it is. There's no beating around the bush. Just say it how it is.
Yeah.
Why lie? Why? What's gonna achieve?
How did you get to that, though? That way of thinking, that way of being?
I think that's through... I think being sort of like younger and being, you know, not the leader of the pack, you know, always having to do what others do.
Yeah.
And I see it now, I see it with people. I won't name names, but I see it with people. I see people being the sheep and following.
Yeah.
And I just thought, surely there comes a time when you can just be your own person and do what you want and not be judged. And if you are going to be judged, then let the people judge you, whatever. It doesn't matter. You only have one life. So you've got to be able to live it the way you want, within reason. And you just got to just say it how it is. Because, you know, it's like music. And you've seen my music taste, haven't you? You laughed at my music.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's my music.
I'm fine.
It's mine. It's in me. It's in me, and it's what I enjoy, and that's all that matters. Because, you know, if you don't like what I do, then go to someone else. Go and speak to someone else. If you don't like what I like, then fine, don't bother me. But when I was younger, I had to do what other people had to do. And I think that's the case, and I think in a lot of people, whilst you're in the youth, you've got to be, if you're confident and strong in your youth, then there's not many people like that, I don't think. Maybe at this day and age, I don't know. But back then, I wasn't like that. And as time's gone on, as life has gone on, I've grown with confidence and, been able to just do what I want to do, protect people, protect my family, to do what's right. And that's all that matters. Like I say, I could walk out of this office here today and get knocked over by a bus. I've just got to do what I feel is fit to be done to make my life worth it, my family's life worth it, and my friends around me.
Beautiful, that, mate.
Just mean it.
That's what I like. Got so many beautiful parts to you. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I could just sit with you and not talk, but just feel. Is it the word safe I'm looking for? I feel like that.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of chaos around me. I am a very chaotic person as well. But when I'm sat with you, you make me feel safe. I feel that that's just an integral part of you.
Yeah, well,
And I know what I'm getting. I don't need to leave the room and then you go, you're not one of them people.
Oh, God, no.
I meet too many of them people.
There are a lot of those people.
Yeah, you're not doing stuff to be popular. You're not doing it for what's.
I don't care about popularity. No, I don't care about popularity. Popularity went out the window years ago. If like I say, if you're trying to fit in,
make your videos. The Mike does TikTok. I keep telling you to do these.
Oh, I know. Well,
fuck it, honestly, I love them. It's just it just shows another part of you.
Yeah.
That funny side. That it's just it's kind of unfiltered, raw, authentic rawness. And you're just I wasn't expecting that. When you dressed up as Freddie Mercury and doing all that, mate. You and what Tally used to do the little videos together.
Yeah, TikTok with Tally.
Yeah. Oh my God, they were
my daughter.
Funny. Yeah. Shout out to Tally. Let's shout out to our Seth as well.
Yeah, Tally and Seth.
Yeah.
Tally is 11 years old, going on 18.
Yeah.
And Seth is 8 years old, going on 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, great kids.
Great kids.
Great kids.
I love Seth when he did the Little Mother the other day. Just the determination, him to win. I was like.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be something. He's going to achieve
He's got
a lot.
He's got that winner's mindset.
He's going to achieve a lot when he's older.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He is. He's cleverer than me. Honestly, he's got so much common sense for an 8-year-old. He's years ahead of his age. Talia, she's a star. She's so caring.
I just wish she started doing the videos again with you.
Yeah.
They were so good there was such a good little sort of moment in your life where you're doing these videos.
I know, I've not done them for quite a while.
So good.
I've not done them for quite a while. I don't know why. I think she's on her phone a lot of the time and with her friends and all that stuff.
It's changed a bit for her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where life's become a little bit more about looking good in a certain way where you
she's at
you
that
lose,
age now.
Yeah, you lose that childlike fun and
we went to the theatre last night, actually, me and Talia. I've never been out to the theatre with her before. Went to see Chorus Line. It was my favourite film when I was a kid. Brilliant. It was a great show.
So I mean, it's just Chorus Line. I would never put you
no.
loving Chorus Line.
I liked musicals when I was young. Things like that. In fact, I want to watch the film this week. I have to watch the film now because I've seen the theatre production. I want to see the film again. It was great. Talia loved it. It was brilliant. Yeah.
Talk to me about the shaky hand.
The shaky hand?
Yeah.
That could come across to people. What are you talking about shaky hand for?
Yeah. I don't care.
Right, okay, neither do I.
This story's for me, yeah?
My dad, my grandma...
I've never heard this before in my life.
No. My grandma, or maybe my grandpa, had a bit of a shaky hand when they were old.
It's called something?
I don't think it is.
So we just call it shaky hand syndrome?
Shaky hand syndrome. So my grandpa had a shaky right hand when he was old. He's not with us anymore. And he used to bring in a cup of tea for me when I was young. And he's always, they had it on teacups and saucers back then. And he was just to shake it, and it was like the tea wouldn't even be in the cup by the time it got to me. But I noticed my dad had it as well. He's got a shaky right hand. And I've got 2 brothers as well, but they haven't got shaky hands. But when I was about early 20s, I noticed my hand started to shake, just very, very slightly. And I thought, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but then it got sort of gradually worse. So I went to see a doctor. My dad's a doctor, so obviously I'm going to see a doctor, aren't I? And he said, because I thought I might have had some disease maybe, and he says, no, it's a hereditary thing. It's nothing to be concerned about, and it might get worse over time, it might get better. So he says you can take beta blockers. I'm not taking bloody beta blockers. So yeah, I've had my hands got worse over time, and it is a hereditary thing. So my hand just shakes, and so if I'm lifting something that's like a cup of water in my right hand, my hand will shake. If I've operated some machinery like mow the lawn or cut the tree with those cutters,
or put your finger in someone's spinal column.
Put my finger in someone's spinal cord.
Yeah, won't be good. That
won't be good. My hand shakes ridiculously until it calms down a bit. But yeah, just had it. I don't even know. So some people say to me, "Ooh, what's wrong with you?" Like, I could be out somewhere. What's wrong? All my friends know I've got a shaky hand. Shaky hand. That's it. It's just a shaky hand.
What a great story to tell at an open mic, that.
I don't know what people expect at an open mic.
I don't either. But you just stand up and just talk, don't you, and tell a story? You should definitely do one.
Maybe I'll do it to my
I've always
friends.
thought that ever since I met you.
I do feel like there's something out there in life for me that's not where I am right now.
It's comedy, even if it's just a little side thing. But I think you definitely need to get up and do a bit. You definitely need to start off like Mike does TikTok, Mike does Instagram, and start doing videos on there.
I don't know what the police would think of me.
I think it's just sharing your sunshine, mate. You've got sunshine in you, and when people are around you, they feel safe and they laugh. And it's like, I think it's a bit of a crime not being able to share that with the rest of the world.
Yeah, maybe. Just enjoy making people happy.
Yeah, you do that, don't you?
I just think
that is at the core of you, isn't it?
What's that, sorry?
Making people happy.
It's just part of me. I don't go out to make people happy. It just happens.
Yeah.
That's the kind of... When I'm with my friends, mainly, I think, I'm just in a good atmosphere. I've got a strong connection with my friends. And... it's always been like Mikey B. That's what you call
Mikey B.
Mikey B.
It's like a rapper.
It is a rapper, but I can't rap, so.
Well, that could be your stage.
Fact,
that's your stage name for your open mic.
I know.
Mikey B. Next on Mikey B.
In fact, talking about raps, I had my lunch. I had my lunch in the fridge before I came in. I've left it.
What?
I made a rap.
Oh.
No, I made an actual rap, and it's in the fridge somewhere. I'm gutted, so I've not had any lunch at the moment. I'm starving.
Are you being serious?
I swear on my life.
What rap was it?
It was chicken, the thin chicken slices with pickled cucumbers. Now, there's a big argument here, and I had this the other day with someone. It's not called pickled cucumbers, it's called gherkins. No, it's not. It's called pickled cucumbers. So I really don't know right now. I'm in a bit of a sort of like... I go through a moment. I'm in a pickle, yeah. So, for me, it's pickled cucumbers.
Yeah.
Pickled cucumbers, cucumber.
Yeah.
And mayonnaise. And Gemma only taught me about a month ago how to make a wrap because I couldn't do it properly. So I've made this wrap, and I made the wrap for the kids this morning before they went to club, because it's school holidays. They're going to obviously say Gemma's is better because it is. She makes the best wraps, I make the worst, and mine usually fall out the back. Because you don't tie up the little sort of hole at the back, whichever, the left or the right.
Who are these people that you're arguing with about the pickled gherkin?
Just people at work,
right? Just
general people.
And that's these are conversations you're getting into as a police detective.
Well, I'm not sort of, but let's just say it's during my lunch break.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got my sandwich there. I've got my I've got some gherkins.
These are the conversations.
Gherkins. I can't believe it's called gherkins
in the break room.
Yeah. Gherkins. What a strange compound. Just drop them out. Shall I pick it up?
No.
Okay.
Just leave it. It's meant to do that. That's the mic dropped. Mic drop.
Mic drop. I like speaking to you.
I like speaking to you, mate.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
There's nothing... I don't think I've ever talked to you where you've said a negative thing. Which is really cool, mate. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think you don't say negative things, you just kind of... You say things in a certain way that they aren't negative, which is beautiful.
I've never heard that before.
It's one of your best traits.
Is it?
Obviously, I don't know you 100%. Like,
No.
I'm not with all the but
I don't think anyone
all
knows
the
me 100%.
the interactions that I've had with you, mate, are just like
Yeah.
just all. I won't have you here otherwise.
No.
I'm not here for a laugh. Well, I am a bit, but
Yeah.
you know what
It's
I mean.
always good to laugh.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Open mic.
I need to cough. Excuse me.
Should we leave it there?
Um,
Do you think you want to get off your chest while you're here?
I don't think so. I mean, I've never listened to a podcast in my life.
Not one.
Not one.
Why?
Don't know. No, never.
Do you read?
No. I go to bed. I've got TV in my bedroom. Put the TV on. I'm going to sleep within a second. So I sit on the settee at night watching TV with Gemma. Fall asleep within a second. I'm hopeless. I'll tell you one thing that has sparked a new thing in my life that I would like to share.
I'd like to hear it.
It's walking.
Yeah.
I think I spoke to you about this the other day, didn't I?
Yeah.
I walked a marathon a few months ago, and it was the greatest thing I've ever done. Like, outside of my normal family life, it was the greatest achievement I've ever done in my life. And the guy, my mate Rich, he said to me, it was a Saturday night, and we were walking in Heaton Park. This wasn't the walk. We were just walking in Heaton Park, and he said to me, he says, "Oh, I'm going on a walk tomorrow for charity from Hale in Liverpool," didn't know there was a Hale in Liverpool, to Hale in Manchester. "Do you want to come?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't think I can walk really that far, and I've never walked more than 10 miles in my life. You know, I'm not that kind of person." And Gemma said, "Oh, you should go." I went, "Really?" So I needed her.
Yeah.
You know, I said, "Okay, fine." I said, "Well, I need some like things to keep me energetic." So I went to Tesco on the way home. I bought a few Mars bars.
Classic fuel.
Yeah, Mars bars and a couple of bottles of water. That's all I had. Next day.
That's because Mars sponsored the marathon, you thought?
No.
Right, okay.
No, it was just because.
He's on John
I thought Mars gave you energy.
Interesting.
I don't know anything about fitness, and I know I'm speaking to a fitness guru here.
No guru, just...
Right.
I know
I think you're a
all I know
guru.
is Mars is an energy source. Go.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get on the walk. So I wear the wrong shoes. I'm not prepared for this. Never.
What shoes did you put on?
I put on walking boots.
Never worn before?
No, I have worn them.
Right.
It's just that when I was in New York a few months ago, I'd wore some trainers and we did a lot of walking and my feet hurt in the trainers, so I thought I'll wear the walking boots. Anyway, we start walking, we go on this 4-kilometre walk, and there's like 50 people there, and they've all got, I've never heard this word before, apart from what it usually stands for, is a bladder. A bladder in the backpack, and they've got this straw, and I'm there with me water bottles and stuff. So we do this 4-kilometre warm-up first, which counts towards the 26 miles. I thought, oh, bloody hell, I'm right at the front here. This is piss easy. Easiest thing I've ever done.
Rookie mistake.
Fucking hell. I hit the wall after about... The wall, that's a new word I'd learnt. I hit the wall after about 6 miles.
That's a new word, is it? The wall?
The wall, hit the wall. That's a running expertise word that has never entered my head.
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck me, I can't do this. I cannot do this. We're walking along like some Transpennine route.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyway, I said to the guy who's leading it, I said, "I can't do it, I'm done." I've got a bit of a tickle. And he says, "Let's get to the halfway point and we'll sort you out." Sorry about this.
I'm bothered.
So I get to Morrison's, I'm like dead, my feet are dead. I take my socks off and I thought, fucking hell. So he puts anti-bac on my feet.
What?
Antibacterial gel. Hardens the skin.
Okay. It's a new one, that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
And he said, just relax for half an hour and we'll go again. So we go. And I'm at the back now, not at the front. I said to my mate Rich, like this is about 20 minutes in, I said, "Rich, you need to stop speaking to me. I need to walk faster." So he said, "All right, fine." So I start walking, and I'm walking fast, and I get myself to the front of the line. And honestly...
Endorphin.
everything. I was like flying, and I got up to 24 miles.
The hiker's high.
We stopped at Dunham Massey Forest.
Yeah.
And because we stopped, fucking
body just
gave up. And he says, come on, there's 2 miles to go. And my feet, I can't even walk, my feet are like burning up with blisters everywhere.
Yeah.
So I thought, what is going to save me here? What's going to save me?
Mars bar.
Not a Mars, my Mars bars were gone.
Right.
What's going to save me to get me over that line? Earbuds I've got.
Eye the Tiger.
Rocky IV soundtrack.
Okay.
Eye the Tiger. I listened to the whole soundtrack twice.
Is Eye the Tiger in the Rocky IV? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew that then, didn't you? Like, there's a definite that.
Got to the finish line. As a result, I've lost 2 toenails.
Yeah.
My big toenail's dead and it's waiting to come off. Mm-hmm. And I nearly had a fracture in my foot. One of those, what they call the thin ones.
Yeah. Hairline. So I've given myself a bit of a rest. Yeah. And I'm ready to go again. So you've not done any walking since?
No. So was in May.
So basically you've done one walk and now...
And now I want to get out there and I want to walk because I know that'll just be that'll save me. Save my life, like, because it's the next step in my life. And I want to go out there, I want to find places, I want to just explore. So for my birthday, which is on the 5th of August, I've asked for vouchers and money so I can go to where you said, near here, Talbot's, was it?
Yeah, Talbot.
Talbot's, yeah.
Yeah, Talbot, shout Talbot's walk.
Talbot's, and I'm going to go and get some running gear, walking gear, because I can't run. Yeah. And I just want to go out. It's a great place to free your mind.
Sound. I'll give you some money for your birthday.
You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna.
No, because I didn't get anything for your birthday.
I'm not bothered. It's not about that. I don't need anything back from it, but I know what it's going towards.
Well,
yeah.
I just want to get out there, and I've got people. The guy who did the charity walk, he said to me, he put a message on the main WhatsApp group with all the people saying, Mike, I've never met anyone like you where you took my advice, you hit the wall early on, you took my advice, and you finished. He says, I'm going to tell people your story. Because he said I was definitely like the weakest one on there, the one who was never going to finish.
Mate, you've not done any training, no walking before, and then you just decided. Nothing. Big time that.
Yeah.
Which bit was it that's now got you hooked? The bit where you got the runner's high, or the last 2 mile where?
It wasn't the last 2 miles, because the last 2 miles, honestly, there's a video of me somewhere walking like a 90-year-old man with a Zimmer frame. Mm-hmm. It was the middle where I was flying. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about anyone. I was just looking at I just remember looking at the ground and looking at the bushes around me and just I've seen places that I didn't even know existed. You know, in north of England, I didn't even know existed, like these canals and. It's just brilliant, and I just want to be in that place again because it was a good place for me.
Outdoors, mate.
Outdoors.
Connecting with the outdoors.
Yeah.
Well, Yorkshire Three Peaks, mate. Told you.
You did.
Let's do it.
Well, Gemma said that. She said I probably won't be able to do that because it's a lot. Because to keep up with you, who's an expert, might not happen.
Yeah, no, but we're doing it. We're doing it together as a team, aren't we? It's not about like how fast you do it. It's about doing it together and just kind of getting through it. But just get a few walks in beforehand and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. But I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
I'm happy for you, mate, that you found it.
Thank you.
I don't think people get it, the connection with the outdoors. That Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, whatever you call it, you know, connecting with that side of you. Especially if you don't get it. Beautiful thing, mate. Lake District, just like all them things getting out there.
46 years it's taken, well, less about 3 because I was a baby, to get to that point. And you know what? It's been a good weight. Good weight off my mind.
Nice.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Mike. Beautiful. You're a beautiful person.
You are too.
Very privileged to have you in my life, mate. Really honest with you.
Absolutely. Touche.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, everybody. Goodbye.
Tim Marner, what, you're branded with the best. Tim Marner.